quiz. What would you do if your entire Gunpla collection was destroyed by A, your friend, B, your family members, or C, your relatives? Well, I guess it doesn't matter which one you choose, because at the end of the day, the Gunpla collection that you have is totally destroyed, and that is exactly what happened to a professional Gunpla collector in Japan. And for a while now, we thought this was just an urban legend, but finally, this entire news was covered by a news portal from Taiwan. And this video, we're gonna try our very best to tell you and translate what actually happened throughout the entire story. So basically, this is what happened. So basically, this professional Gunpla collector, or professional otaku as I call them in Japan, has quite an extensive Gunpla collection, and he doesn't usually invite friends or family over because he doesn't want his collection to be damaged. But unfortunately, due to a death in the family, most of his family members and also relatives from all across Japan traveled down to his location to attend the wake and also the funeral. And it is during the funeral where the victim was away. He had his cousins, distant relative, kids, nephew, that somehow managed to broke into his room and also managed to pry open all the locks to his expensive Gunpla collection, which I assume were all stored in IKEA detop cases. And when he came back from the funeral, he was obviously furious because he discovered most of his collection was totally destroyed. The total damage, well, he had 38 model kit that was beyond repair, 41 limited edition kit that was damaged as well, 9 limited edition Blu-ray discs and DVD kits also damaged, and 33 normal plumber kits damaged as well, and also over 45 books and other things such as even sofas were stained or damaged. I don't know what the kids were doing. I think they were treating his entire room and collection as a playroom or like Toys R Us. So basically, it was quite an extensive damage to his entire Gunpla collection. So the victim, what he did was, he took stock, he counted every single item that was damaged, and he made an estimate, and he went back to his distant cousin after about a month, and he asked for compensation. So his cousin, which is a lady, and she said, "Wow, are you seriously asking me to pay 3 million yen for your toys? They're just toys, and my son is just a young kid, he's only 10 years old, so he doesn't know how much this thing costs, so I'm not gonna pay you for your toys. Who cares about toys?" And obviously when the victim heard that, he was furious, but he tried to keep his calm, and he said, "Look, to you they are just toys, but to me it's a prized collection of the entire situation," and looked into the matter. And when they say, wow, his items were actually really expensive as per what is quoted on Amazon's website. So in the end of the day, his uncle actually paid for the entire damaged 4 million yen collection to the victim. So in the end of the day, it's a happy ending, I suppose, for the victim, because while he may have the cash, he may not be able to get some of the limited edition kits back anymore, right? And of course, some of the kits were built, airbrush, painted, detailed over many hours and days and months and weeks. So those are things that you can't get back anymore. So that is one thing that I find, maybe the victim is a bit sad in that aspect. And obviously, I think in terms of that as well, the relationship with some of the family members and also the relative is possibly strained due to this incident. So that's basically, I suppose, one lesson for all of us who have a very big, not just Gunpla collection, but I think any collectibles, whether it is statue or One Piece, Dragon Ball figures, I think it's best to keep them locked up, like what we do at Awesome Toys TV as well. So usually what we do is, here's a trick, right? If you ever have family members coming over, do prepare some low-cost toys item for those young kids to play, so they don't go and bother your expensive collection as much. And of course, as always, try to lock up your display collection. That's very important. But of course, locks sometimes can be broken. So some other collectors, what they do is they actually take a whole piece of cloth and just cover up the entire collection just to hide it from friends or relatives when they come to visit. So that's kind of a different approach as well. So what do you guys think of this entire story? You know, for us, we always thought it was just a urban legend, but wow, it is actually quite true, and I actually kind of feel very bad for the collectors as well. For those of you who have your Gunpla collection damaged before, do share your story with us. We are more than happy to hear your story. For me personally, I actually do have quite a lot of Gunpla kits destroyed by friends and family many years ago, but you know, lesson learned. So now buying a display cabinet for your collection is very important. So that's our video for today. Thank you so much for tuning in and also subscribing to our channel. Leave a comment down below and have a great week next week, guys.